2-0. Take on the Atlanta Vibe 1-1. Well, hello, folks. I'm John Baylor, and earlier today, big news in Omaha, where the only president the Omaha Supernovas have ever known, Diane Mendenhall, announced at the end of this year she's leaving and turning it over, the reins to the team, to her protege, former Husker All-American and national champion, Amanda Gage-Suits.
Seeing how hard she works, how much she's put into this, and that was one of the things that inspired me to want to be involved with the Supernovas. Another interesting thing is we have Amanda and Diane are both small-town Nebraska.
She's lived it. From her success as a Husker to playing professionally to her experience coaching and working in the corporate business space. As Kirk says, we truly believe that's the perfect combination. She's exceptionally well prepared to lead this franchise. She will guide the Supernovas with tremendous expertise, heart, passion, and drive. And I cannot wait to see where you take us.
It's both humbling and energizing. I'm honored to represent this trailblazing league, this remarkable franchise, our incredible athletes, team, and coaches, and the fans who make this team such a powerful force in women's sports. And I'm so excited to give back to the sport that has given me so much. And I look forward to building upon the incredible foundation that has been built by so many. So what I have to say today is really being in athletics has been a dream and a passion for me. And I've always envisioned my life in making an impact in this way.
Amanda Gage-Suits, as a player for Nebraska, 2 Final Fours, 2006 and 2008. Where were those played? In this building, the CHI Health Center. Her Supernovas take on the Atlanta Vibe when we come right back. The first serve and the starting lineups.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
This is major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Health Services. We're ready when you are. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top knot, get the most, not the little. Yeah, baby, you going out the goodie, stuck it in inside the hoodie. Now we turning out your buggy. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting with the law. Guess some things don't leave it fully. They try to push me, then they try to pull me back. I will not budge. If you got it, then just call my bookie. And my bookie taking backs. Profits as a profit when you know it's coming next. Like,
Welcome back into CHI Health Center, home of your Omaha Supernovas, where in this building 19 of the 20 largest crowds ever to witness professional women's volleyball have ever occurred in this country. Hello again, folks. My name is John Baylor, along with the Olympian Nancy Metcalf. Atlanta and Omaha. We got a great one tonight, Nancy.
This is a great rivalry. Both teams have been solid. It's fun to have this team back in the gym to play against the Supernovas tonight.
And the Novas have the reigning MLV Player of the Week, Sarah Parsons, more than 6 points per set. That's a big number. What makes her so special?
Well, she's a great experienced player. She has a lot of experience playing at the highest levels in the world, and she brings that with her to this court. Even though she's been away from the game, she had a baby, she has come back, and her experience and her knowledge of the game is what's helping her be successful as her physical body part of it catches up yet.
Sarah, the 2016 NCAA National Player of the Year when she was a Minnesota Golden Gopher. Now she is a veteran. She has played in some of the best leagues in the world, and here she is in the MLB. You're right, coming back from giving birth to her son. She's been away from the game. Are you a little surprised at how quickly she's returned to the form that made her an elite player globally?
I'm not surprised, because I think when players play at that level, the way they see the game, their perception of it, the way they react to things is so much faster that it allows them to catch up again very quickly when they get back in the game.
Big crowd on hand again for the resumption of a rivalry between these two that is all even, 4-4 in the first 2 years of the league. Sydney Hilly is your starting setter. She is the reigning setter of the year from a year ago. And also, Brooke Nuneviller is on the outside along with Sarah Parsons. Gets her second start at setter. She was the architect of their 3-set sweep over the Grand Rapids Rise. So Shields has taken over for Maddie Walk as setter. But when you think of Atlanta, you think of the great Leah Edmond.
Yes, Leah Edmond has carried this team. She's been a rock for this team. It's not surprising to see her taking a leadership role again this season for Atlanta.
That's Morgan Hentz, the great Stanford Cardinal. 2016 through 19, 3 national championships. There's Leah Edmond right there, the former Kentucky Wildcat. And she is a first-team All-League player from a year ago. Raven Coleman and Pia Timmer on the outside, and there's the captain. She's really the face of the Omaha Supernovas. Brooke Nuneviller, heart and soul of Omaha.
Brooke Nuneviller is exactly that. She is the centerpiece of this Omaha team. She's been around the entire time this franchise has existed. She's been a leader both in how she plays, but also her emotional intelligence for this team.
Rock show has started, and the serve begins this one tonight, straight into the net for Leah Edmond. Inauspicious beginning. 1-0 Omaha just got started on a frigid, chilly January night in the Big O. Here's Sarah Parsons, formerly Sarah Wilhite. Line drive serve, nice pass. Set to the middle, tipped by Raven Colvin. Here come the Novas. Tip shot by Janice Leo, not this time. Bumped over to the right side. That's Anna Dixon down the line, just out of bounds for Dixon, who gets the start tonight. Lewisburg, Kansan, and Omaha's up 2-love. Sarah Parsons serves again. That's an ace. First ace tonight. Great start for the Novas, 3-0.
It is a great start for the Novas, and I think what we're seeing on the Atlanta side, as with a lot of teams in this league, they're still trying to feel each other out and figure out which lineups work best, so they're seeing some different players get more playing time tonight who maybe weren't starting in their other matches. They're just trying to find the lineup that clicks.
Out of system swing, Pia Timmer terminates despite 4 hands in her face and a set coming from behind. That's a tough thing to accomplish.
That is a tough angle for an outside hitter, but Pia does such a great job here, going up, finding high hands, not hitting down into the block. It's a great kill.
Washington State alum, native of Germany. Here comes a serve from Raven Colvin, the Purdue Boilermaker. Right side, Merritt Beason, the former Husker, gets dug on her first swing. Here come the vibe. Merritt over to Sydney Hilly. And a 2-shoot works to the donut. Normally at this level, the defense will pick that up.
And I have to laugh at that, because when we talked with Coach Slabbe, he said at this level that 2-shoot will not work. But if you can throw it in unexpectedly, the way you see Sydney Hilly do that, it can fall at this league because they're so worried about the outside hitters who have such a presence at the net attacking.
Happened so fast, and it did not have an upward trajectory. That helped it land. Timmer, another swing. That's long. Any touch? No. Already, Omaha 5-1 over Atlanta.
And you can see Atlanta's outside hitters right now trying hard to find block touches when they're attacking. They're going for the block down the line. They're going for high hands here. They're trying to use this Omaha block. Omaha doing a great job staying disciplined, sealing low over the net, and not giving them anything.
Atlanta trying to run a fast offense. It's the first time we saw it. Corey Lewis gets set in the middle. And Caleb Banworth, the reigning coach of the year in the league, said they want to run really fast. They want to run middles tonight.
They do, and I think that's a transfer from international volleyball. Internationally, the game is very, very fast, and it gives the block less time to react. And so Atlanta, Coach Banworth right now is trying to integrate that into their game here to try and beat the block with speed.
Anna Dixon just got the first ace for the Atlanta Vibe and sails this one way long. 6-3. Omaha, you can sense both teams trying to get their sea legs under them right now.
I think so, and I think that's going to be fairly common this early in the season as teams are trying to find their footing right now. They're trying to figure each other out, kind of feel out what works and what doesn't.
Merritt Beason wore the same number at Nebraska, number 13, not superstitious, back right. Swing by Anna Dixon. There's the great Morgan Hentz. Great dig and a back row kill by Sarah Parsons. It's 7-3 Omaha.
That's a great set by Hilly. You see Omaha there is running the combo where the middle's coming behind on a slide. They got the pipe coming up out of the back row with Parsons. What that does is splits the block. It gives them more than one attacker in the front left side to worry about.
Another bad pass by Atlanta. Timmer on the give and go. Gets it back. Fires it cross court. Out of bounds. Atlanta's out of sync. 8-3 Omaha.
And that's a good attempt by Pia Timmer. I like what she's doing. She's trying to hit those sharp cross angle shots on a ball that she couldn't really rip into hard. Just misses wide.
Merritt Beason running points. Sails this one to Timmer. Again, not in system. Just a bump set. Leah Edmond tipping. Beautiful pancake. Bring out the spatula, Merritt Beason. Brooke Nuneviller down the line. 9-3, all Supernovas out of the gate.
And one of the things Coach LeBay pointed out was that both opposites for Omaha play exceptional defense. We see that in this play. We see Merritt Beason lay out and pancake this ball up. It allows Omaha a transition attack. They get the point.
Timeout, Caleb Banworth and the Vibe. 9-3 to start things. The home crowd loves it here in downtown Omaha. Novas 2-0 by virtue of a 3-love sweep here against San Diego 8 nights ago, and then over the weekend at Columbus 3-1. Meanwhile, Atlanta across the net 1-1. They had a forgettable opening night at home, losing in 4 to Columbus, and then they swept Grand Rapids at home. This is the first time they've been on the road all year, and match number 4 will be Sunday at San Diego. There's Laura Bird-Kuhn a moment ago. She with the always impressive hairdo, formerly the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas.
And so fun to see her back in the building. When she got announced, there were people in the crowd yelling, "Welcome back to Omaha, Bird." The fans love her. She's great. Great for the game, but really a fun person to be around.
Finally in system. Back row swing. Leah Edmond, not this time. Great dig by Morgan Hentz. Chased down by Merritt Beason. Brooke Nuneviller tipping. A point for Omaha, and it's already 10-3.
It's a great pop-up by Morgan Hentz on defense. Merritt Beason doing a really exceptional job there, running down the ball towards the sidelines, putting it high and in the middle where Brooke Nuneviller is able to go up and go after the ball aggressively.
Brooke Nuneviller, Sydney Hilly, the setter, Morgan Hentz. They said they wanted to play together. They're doing it right here in Omaha in front of the best fans in pro volleyball. There's Pia Timmer ending the 5-point run for Omaha. It's 10-4 now, Novas. Pia Timmer hitting almost 400. Their strength is their outside. Timmer and Leah Edmond outside set. Tip shot by Brooke Nuneviller. Block back punched up. Up 6 with the ball. Brooke Nuneviller swipes at it. And Corey Lewis with a nice up. Center dump won't drop. Merritt Beason digging back there. Nuneviller not this time. And another Merritt Beason dig. Set left. Brooke Nuneviller. Great up. Down 6. Here's the shot by Anna Dixon. Great up by Morgan Hentz. And no one wants to play this one. Brooke finally says, why not? Atlanta for the point. Corey Lewis down. 10-5 Novas.
And that's another good rally. Both teams playing some good defense. Corey Lewis at the net is a really big block, and so Brooke Nuneviller is going to have to work hard. We saw a couple times there she tried to tip in. Corey's throwing it right back at her. Brooke's going to have to work that ball around, make Corey earn it.
Corey Lewis, Florida State, second-year player. She was Rookie of the Year in the league a year ago. There's Elise Getzinger, the Creighton Blue Jay. Took a year off. Boy, she dusted the rust off quickly, 1 year away, and she looks better than ever. It's 11-5.
And that's one thing Coach Schlebe mentioned is they needed a middle who could hit behind the setter, and Elise Getzinger has done that for them so far this year. There we see another successful kill on the slide.
Hitting almost 300 for the year. Serve. Pass backward, out of system again. Edmond can only pop it across. Great chance for the Novas to go up by 7. Big swing from Nuneviller, over dig, and just wide. Give her the kill. 12-5 in favor of Omaha. Brooke Nuneviller gets a lot of swings, and she gives any diminutive person confidence because she's 5'10", and she proves you don't have to be that tall to have a lot of success in the front row in volleyball.
You do not. She is such an explosive player that she's able to make plays and show, like you said, you do not have to be tall, super, super tall to play volleyball. She does really well. She's explosive. She's a good jumper. She sees the court so well and sees the block really well.
There's Anna Dixon, who's taken over at the opposite position for Iko Jones for Atlanta. It's 12-6. Center dump, Sydney Hilly. She's 1 for 2 on that. And then Leah Edmond out of bounds, wanting a touch, can't get it. And one more for Omaha, 13-6.
And Leah Edmond going again for high hands, trying to get the touch on that block. I really like how Omaha right now is just sealing over the net in that block. They're not reaching up and giving her fingertips to hit off of.
Getzinger near ace. Pia Timmer, whistle, net violation against Janice Lehow of Omaha. 13-7. Omaha yet to trail in the first set. Big Friday night crowd, frigid out there. Nice, warm, comfortable in here. Shields, Arizona State center, sends it across. Brooke Nuneviller the pass. Back right, Merritt Beason out. And the back row digger did not touch it. Point Atlanta, 13-8.
And Merritt Beason aggressively going for the line on that swing. I love that shot because that set is pushing all the way across the court. In general, when the pass goes forward, the block tends to lean that direction. So pushing that set all the way back makes the block kind of switch their momentum and come back to block. Typically, the line will be open on those. She just misses long.
Sydney Hilly to Sarah Parsons, not this time. Set to the middle, Raven Colvin, great blocker and attacker. Joust, here come the Novas. Sarah Parsons, reigning MLV player of the week. And then gets it again and pounds it down. I thought that was 4 touches against Omaha, but apparently the block touched it there. And we'll see. I think we're going to get a replay request here from Caleb Anworth. Yes. From our angle, it looked like no blocking hand touched it. And the Novas just kept playing. A 4th touch, a 5th touch, a 6th touch.
The top official immediately signaled, no, it touched the block right after it happened. I thought their middle blocker reached over and did get a finger on it.
Each team gets 1 challenge per set. If you lose the challenge, that's it for that set. But you get another one the next set. If you win the challenge, you get another one. And you keep it for that set. 14-8. Omaha, for the moment, yet to trail. There's Lucas Labe. The general manager, John Cook, 25 years at Nebraska, 12 Final Fours. Hired Lucas Labe. He's probably the second most famous Slovenian in this country behind our nation's first lady. 14-8 for the moment. And let's see, did the block touch this ball? It may have. Now they're going to reverse it. So it's going to be 13-9, and Atlanta retains its set 1 challenge. Here's Shannon Shields. Arizona State, lefty center, good pass. Okay pass. Back right, swing by Merritt Beason, no. Leah Edmond, big shot, not this time. She was the MVP 2 years ago of the league. Left side shot, Sarah Parsons out of bounds, she grimaces. She's a perfectionist, all the great ones are.
Competitive players always want everything to fall, and we realize it just can't happen. But yes, Sarah Parsons seeing an opportunity there for a cross-court shot, just misses wide. But again, trying to stay aggressive on a tough out-of-system set.
Morgan Hentz, Sydney Hilly, middle back. Brooke Nuneviller, block back right, cover by Hentz. Merritt Beason, a big rip from the back. Block back, covered by Nuneviller, former libero at Oregon in college. Roll shot. Here comes the vibe. Anna Dixon's got 2 kills already and nearly a third. So get it again. Dixon pounds it off the block and out. And suddenly we got a 2-point ball game.
Well, and Atlanta did a good job, I think, taking advantage there. Omaha was a little bit out of sorts that whole rally. A couple times the ball would come up and there'd be second-guessing who's playing that ball. And Atlanta capitalizes on that. Anna Dixon again coming up and getting that kill off the block. It's a really good swing by Atlanta to take advantage of the uncertainty on Omaha's side right now.
Lucas Ablade burns a timeout for Omaha. And each team now has 1 timeout left. Sabé's working currently with Karch Karai with the U.S. men's national team. He's also coaching with Team USA for years. He's a former Team USA player himself, played at BYU. He's got an impressive resume, and there's his counterpart, former Husker from 2007 to 2010. And that's Caleb Banworth, their former Husker teammate, named today the future president of the Omaha Supernovas. That's Amanda Gates-Suits. We're going to talk to her after set number 2. 13-11. This was a laugher at 10-4. Suddenly 13-11. Shields has the offense clicking suddenly for Atlanta. Left side kill by Sarah Parsons. She does not swing full speed very often, but yet she's so effective.
Sarah Parsons has done a great job being an attacker that the Supernovas can go to. She finds ways to get kills so often, and there's another example of it.
Sydney Hilly overpass, two-handed back by Janice Leah, and it drops. Leah is playing her 7th set. She's hitting under 200, so coaching staff really believes in her. The Miami Hurricanes got to be excited about Monday night's football championship game. Jack back, and there's Edmond looking for her first kill. It drops 15-12, Omaha. Leah Edmond, she is special. Parsons to Sydney Hilly. There's Merritt Beason, not at this time. Tip shot, Pia Timmer block back, no. Right side, Dixon has been so effective. Until then, Sarah Parsons, Janice Leah. Omaha with the block.
They're seeing what the Omaha block is capable of. Both pins getting over the net to give the Omaha Supernovas a 16-12 lead.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Today I want to shout out my husband Ian. Actually, he teaches at a local school here in Omaha, and I know he puts in a lot of good work, and teachers are very underappreciated. So I want to shout out him and all the other teachers who are working hard.
It's Educator Appreciation Night here at CHI. Supernovas always have a theme every home match. All right, Nancy Metcalf, what educator made a big impression on you growing up?
So I think when we say educator, we think teachers, and I was really fortunate to have some amazing teachers growing up, but I think we also tend to forget that coaches are educating. So I would have to say John Cook had the biggest influence on my life as an educator, both teaching me about the game, but his belief in me, his encouragement of me, that really started the possibility of an international career for me. So I will forever be grateful for that.
That worked out. 4 Olympics.
It worked out okay. I was in 1 Olympics, but with the national team for a long time. And I truly attribute that to him and his belief in me and encouragement of me.
So Brooke Nuneviller's attack was long, and now his serve goes long, and it's 17-13. Omaha, set number 1.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of serving errors right now, but we were talking before the match, and I think that's going to be fairly common because teams realize at this level the passing is really good, so they have to serve tough. Because if you just serve an easier ball, the pass is going to be perfect, and it is almost impossible to stop a really tough defense on a good pass.
Great
so
dig
they're
by the
trying
big
to
middle.
serve difficult, tough balls.
Janice Leah with that great dig. Here comes Atlanta in the back row. Roll shot from Leah Edmond. It does drop. 17-14. Omaha unable to run and hide here in set number 1.
Atlanta's going to hang around. They're going to keep making plays. They're going to keep poking at Omaha as much as they can, trying to find ways to score, and they're sticking with the plays. They're going to be a gritty team that's not going to give up.
Leah Edmond, that's just her first kill of the match. Averages more than 5 per match. Here's Averi Carlson. She checks in to serve, and she promptly sends it long. The former Baylor Bear, Texas Longhorn, and SMU Mustang, 18-14. Merritt Beason unable to send it over the net, 18-15.
And I was just going to say, Merritt Beason had a really nice run when she went back to serve earlier in this set. She's driving the ball flat and hard, but that time it's just a little too flat, and it hits the net. Atlanta right now running a double sub, so they've got a new setter in the back row, Averi Carlson. They've got an Iko Jones in the opposite position just to keep a blocker and attacker in the front row.
Elise Getzinger fires, and close call. That's in, and Omaha's up 19-15. Nuneviller, she does it all. Swiss Army knife, quick attack. Corey Lewis, that's geometry. 19-16.
That is a sharp angle. It's a really good attack from the Atlanta front row. But again, I think that serve wasn't a super difficult serve to pass. And you see when they get a perfect pass like that, they can run a lot of options and their hitters are tough to stop.
Corey Lewis, Rookie of the Year last season. Now it's almost trying to be out of system. Tip shot by Parson, that won't work. Tight to the net. Free ball over. Here come the Novas, up 3 for the moment. Middle back, Brooke Nuneviller. Over to Averi Carlson again, the blue clad. Supernovas cross court. Parsons, another off-speed shot. That doesn't quite drop. Yeah, it does. That attack, or I should say save attempt by Lewis, traveled outside the antenna. That's out of bounds. 2016 Omaha.
And that's an example. Earlier we talked about how Atlanta just kept going in the play, and Omaha was trying to find their rhythm. This time Omaha in charge of that rally. They continue coming at Atlanta. Atlanta scrambling to save it. Eventually can't get the third hit over inbounds.
Elise Getzinger targets a middle. Raven Colvin, not a great pass. Results in just an easy shot across. And now Omaha. Parsons cross court. Nice dig. Rampelberg, the Belgian libero. The slide. And Liao stuffed. Raven Colvin. She got a lot of blocks like that for Dave Shondell at Purdue. 3-point ball game.
And here we see the replay. Janice Leal going behind on the slide, cutting it back cross court. Raven Colvin reaching over and sealing that, taking it away.
Omaha tied for first place, 2-0 with Orlando right behind, 1-1 Atlanta. Here's Anna Dixon. And points, Supernovas, as a rotation error for Atlanta. Must have been the wrong server, because the serving team can just almost be anywhere they want as long as the back row is behind the front row players.
Yes, that's a little bit different rule than fans might be used to seeing. Normally you have to start in your position and then crisscross to go to where you're going after the serve. Now they're saying the serving team can just go to where they want to be and start there and not wait for the serve.
Well, Anna Dixon, who barely played before the second match, is taken over at that opposite. She leads them in kills right now with 4.
And Anna Dixon's doing a really nice job. She's being the consistent player right now that Atlanta's looking for.
Overpass Morgan to Hens, and Raven Coleman somehow blasted through. 2-point ball game.
And Sydney Hilly right now is a back row setter, so she's unable to jump and block that. She stays on the ground, puts her hands up to try to get a soft block, which is a really intelligent move. Unfortunately, does not get the play.
So Omaha 21, and Atlanta 19. The Novas have not trailed in this match. Omaha on Sunday has fellow league leader Orlando right here, 3 o'clock Central Time. Earlier today, there was a big announcement that the president of the Supernovas, Diane Mendenhall, is going to step down at the end of this year. Amanda Gates-Suits, former Husker, takes over. So a changing of the guard at the top at Omaha, a franchise that has been so well run from day one, as evidenced by all these fans. This place has got a huge crowd in the lower bowl, a lot of folks up top, probably 10,000 plus here again tonight.
And Diane has just such a phenomenal job of leading this team and this franchise to where they are now. And I have so much respect for her and what she has done. And I love to see that she's passing the reins to somebody who is just as capable in Amanda Suits. Amanda will take over and continue the vision that Diane has instilled.
Meanwhile, Sarah Parsons stuffed. 1 point separates Omaha and Atlanta. Raven Colvin again doing damage with the block.
And I think right now why Raven Colvin is having success, she's arriving a little bit late, and I think the attackers think that it's open because they don't see her initially. She's arriving late and still pressing over, and so she's able to get those blocks when they hit where they think there's an opening.
Merritt Beason blasted off the block and out. A 2-point lead, 22-20. It was a 7-point advantage for Omaha. Now it is 2. 3 to go. Merritt Beason, 2023. First team All-American for Nebraska. There's Parsons, Eden Prairie, Minnesota native. Brand new mom. Middle back, there's a attack from Leah Edmond. Here come the Novas. Merritt Beason, 2 for the last 2. Yes! 23-20.
And that's the kind of kill we want to see from Merritt Beason. She's hitting high, finding high hands, hitting it hard enough off the top of the hands that it is not chaseable by anybody on the Atlanta side. That's a great attack. She needs to keep doing that.
The Vibe worked so hard to get so close, and then bing! Omaha is separated once again, up by 3 late in set number 1. And there's a former Omaha coach, Laura Bird-Kuhn, in the top left of your screen. And there's Kayla Banworth, former Husker. I mean, the Husker connections are all over this building. And they're the Supernovas and their head coach, Lucas Slabe, the new general manager of Omaha. John Cook said job 1 was to hire a coach he trusted. He tried to get Lucas Slabe as an assistant coach at Nebraska. It didn't work out then. Timing was off, but it worked out here.
Well, and John Cook understands how well Lucas Slabe understands the game. He understands that his knowledge is so good. He has the experience as a player. He's a great get for any program to bring in, and he'll be a wonderful coach for the Omaha Supernovas.
Joust, here come the Supernovas. But Leo gives it right back. Anna Dixon fires it through the double block, 23-21. My guess is Janice Leo would like to set up her offense if she had that opportunity again.
I think she would probably take that one back if she could.
There's John Cook, Diane Mendenhall on the left. There's Amanda Gates-Suits on the right. Brain trust for the Novas. Merritt Beason not this time, but a great chance here. Free ball up by 2 late in the first. Merritt, no. Leah Edmond from a favorite spot. She's potent in the back row. Block back covered. Timmer going two-handed, and great up by Brooke Nuneviller. Merritt Beason gets dug. Timmer a swing. Nuneviller lines it up, roll shots it. And a Dixon, and it drops.
And Omaha doing a really nice job there, chasing the ball, trying to track it down off of digs that go flying or barely touched. In the end, they're unable to get that ball and keep it under control. Atlanta doing a nice job there with some sets that maybe weren't right what they wanted, taking care of the ball, keeping it in play, and just continuing to go after Omaha.
Colvin gets this serve in, and Omaha's way out of system. Nuneviller just trying to extend the rally, and it drops in! How does that fall?
I mean, this is just another example of Brooke Nuneviller and her superb ball control. She has such good control of the ball when she's attacking. She has vision. This ball is right on the line. If I'm Atlanta, I'm letting it go too. And they get the point. Omaha gets the point as a result.
She has every arrow in the quiver. She's always got something. Despite the adversity. Here's Nora Sister-Brock, former Creighton Blue Jay. 2-time All-American, could pass the slide. A shot from the right pin by Dixon, blocked back. Timmer's got to keep it in. Now for the set. Brooke Nuneviller, the captain, gets blocked, and then it touched somebody on the way down. Might have been in. Either way, point Atlanta.
And that's Anna Dixon again. We've talked about how she's been such a rock for Atlanta. Again, Anna Dixon in on that play, getting that block.
Started at Missouri, finished at Florida. She's from nearby Lewisburg, Kansas. Gets it in. Got a side out here for the set. Nuneviller. Great dig. Joust won by Brooke Nuneviller. Point set. Omaha. A deuce game in the first. 25-23 Supernovas. They'll switch sides. Come on back for the second on NCN.
Somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball. Trusted by generations, built for champions.
Beautiful night in Omaha, Nebraska. It is chilly, though, out there. You're going to want some layers and a parka. Educator Appreciation Night here at the Omaha Supernovas home, CHI Health Center.
One of my favorite teachers is Ben Maxfield. He was my Spanish teacher in high school, and he was also my high school volleyball coach, and so I just feel like he's followed my career so closely and supported me along the way and was a big step in who I am now as a player.
Educator Appreciation Night. The place is full of teachers. There are a lot of them here being appreciated, as is so well-deserved. One of the most important vocations in the culture. Well, together, Wren Athletics and Major League Volleyball have a focus that extends beyond the game. We're growing the sport of volleyball, building community around the sport, and empowering our world-class female athletes with top-tier resources. Wren Athletics, the largest volleyball-only apparel company in the United States. It's the official uniform and apparel partner of Major League Volleyball. And a look at our Liberty First Credit Union scoreboard shows us that that deuce game was won by Omaha 25-23 as Atlanta got within one, but never closer. What was the difference down the stretch for the Supernovas?
I just think down the stretch, the Supernovas were making the plays when they needed those points. They had some runs where they were kind of scrambling and trying to get the ball up, but ultimately it came down to they were controlling the ball better. They were keeping the ball in play more often. Atlanta had quite a few hitting attack errors when they were trying to find the block or find the sideline, and they're hitting wide or long and missing the block, hitting out, and those points add up pretty quickly.
Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Elise Getzinger started at Kentucky, finished up at Creighton, which has become quite a popular destination for portal transfers in the college game. Elise Getzinger, one of the prime examples of great players who moved to Creighton, and why not? Get to go to school in downtown Omaha. Great program. Brian Rosen now in charge. There's Corey Lewis, the former Miami Hurricane. And Brooke Nuneviller digs in as Sydney Henley gets ready to start off set number 2. Leah Edmond, not a great pass. Gets it back, attacks cross court, it drops. Leah Edmond has not been her potent self thus far. How do you explain that? Has the passing's been off?
I think Leah Edmond is just having an off night right now. I think she just needs to kind of settle down, take it in, reset, and start over. She's had 9 attacks, I believe, so far. She's only had 2 kills, which isn't her normal potent self. You're right. But second set, we're all starting over, so I think if she just takes a deep breath and settles in, she'll be fine.
She averages over 5 kills a set. There's Brooke Nuneviller, at least as potent from the back row as she is from the front.
Yes, Brooke Nuneviller has been successful. I think it's because she has such good ball control and such good vision while she's on the court. She's able to see the block and see the defense, find ways to hit around them.
That is a rocket right arm from Leah Edmond, who landed poorly. And now we have a hush here at CHI. This is one of the great American players. On the outside, she's first team all-league last year on the outside. She's going to try to still play.
Sometimes when you land on a player's foot or something, we're going to see the replay here. She's going up at the net.
Ooh. No contact with anyone's.
Kind of kicked feet, I think, in midair with Merritt Beason's block. And I think that caused her to probably land off balance a little bit.
I think Merritt stepped on her foot. So the opposite would have been much worse.
Yes, you'd rather get stepped on than step on somebody.
Tip shot by Leah. That drops. 2-2 just started the second. 25-23 Omaha, set one.
Really great placement here by Janice Liao, seeing the center of the court. We call it the donut or the campfire. Just dropping it over the block in that center. Worst case scenario, you've got 2 players diving on the floor trying to get it up. Best case is what happened with her. She gets a kill out of it.
Brooke Nuneviller back in the front row now. Block back covered. Bump set over to the right. And Merritt Beason gets dug. Rampelberg, the Belgian libero. Brooke Nuneviller swings off the block. There's Pia Timmer. Got a lot of long rallies. Already, we just started the second set. And a free ball from Brooke Nuneviller. What happened there, Nancy?
It is just a miscommunication. Leah Edmonds waiting for the ball. Right here, she's going to go for it, but the setter's trying to run in, running right between players, and the ball falls.
That looked like Dodge Street at rush hour.
I mean, that's not the play you want to happen. Unfortunately, sometimes it does.
A lot of congestion. Raven Colvin drops another. 3-3 in the second.
Raven Colvin there had a really nice attack where she's going up, she sees the block right in front of her, and she doesn't even hit the ball super, super hard. She just turns her wrist and flaps it around the block, back towards left front, and able to get a kill.
Leah Edmond, third year with Atlanta. Backs at Merritt Beason. Kaboom! 4-3 Omaha.
That's a nice swing from Merritt Beason. That's what the fans are used to seeing. That time, Sydney Hilly on that set kept her off the net a little bit, and I think that works better for Merritt Beason as a right-hander. When she's off the net, she has better vision on that court.
Played last year for Atlanta. She was the #1 overall pick, had an up-and-down rookie season. Happy to be back in Nebraska, where she is a household name. Pia Timmer cross court, Washington State Cougar. Second contact put across by Brooke Nuneviller. Back set. Oh, Anna Dixon. Fans on it. 5-3 Omaha.
That was an unusual error for Anna Dixon. We haven't seen any of those tonight. I think she just got a little bit off on her timing and kind of mishit the ball.
Deuce game win by the Novas in the first. 2-point lead early in the second. Right side Anna Dixon, cross court. Here come the Novas. Sydney Hilly. So smooth. Brooke Nuneviller block back. The slide. Elise Kitzinger pounds one down after a year away from the sport. The Creighton Blue Jays turning out to be the M1, the top middle right now this early season for Omaha.
Well, and one thing that Sydney Hilly's doing that's allowing Elise Getzinger to have success there, she's pushing it pin to pin. The first ball in the rally, she pushes out to Brooke Nuneviller, who attacks, plays the ball back. The next ball she pushes back to Elise Getzinger behind her, which means the block on Atlanta's side has to go pin to pin, back and forth. That's a lot of traveling.
Right side kill attempt, Anna Dixon, that's long. They say somebody touched it, presumably the back row defender. And we're going to have a replay review. And that was the goal, but you cannot review defensive touches. Like if you think the digger, the digger touched it or not, that's not reviewable. You can review a block touch, but not a back row touch, yes or no.
And it's one of those small little things about the rules here that is a little bit different. On that play, Supernovas would like to have a chance to review it, but not given that opportunity.
Nuneviller is stuffed. 6-5 Omaha. Anna Dixon. Was Anna Dixon playing with a big old wrap around her left hand? She's impressive. The former Florida Gator finished up in 2023 in Gainesville.
She's been doing a great job for Atlanta on the opposite today.
Colvin with a poorly timed service error. Now, no service error is well timed, but some a little worse timed than others when you got that momentum.
Yes, everyone has the same result. Every error is a point for the other team, but when you feel like your team has battled so hard to get the side out and then to give it back on a service error, it's very deflating.
Shannon Shields outside of Pia Timmer down. How do you think Shields is playing for Atlanta as their setter tonight?
I think she's doing a nice job. They talked about wanting to run a really fast offense, and I don't think it's been as fast as I expected, but they're definitely pushing the ball faster than they did before. But I think she's doing a good job working the Omaha block, keeping the ball moving back and forth, distributing it around her players.
Now, she's only 5'10", so that's why they're having the double switch right now. Now, Averi Carlson comes in, former SMU Mustang, to set, and she'll be in the back row for 3 rotations. You get 8 substitutions per set in the MLV.
Yes, and the double sub is very helpful because this game, a set can go so fast, a set to 25 points. So to be able to have one more time through the front row where you have 3 attackers instead of just 2 in your setter's front row can be a huge advantage for a team.
Elise Getzinger could not get out of the way. So that block belongs to Atlanta, and we have a tie ball game. First tie other than 0-0 in the entire match. We're in the second set. Omaha won the first. There's Parsons, another off-speed shot. She's the queen of the off-speed shot.
And this is Sarah Parsons' experience coming out again. She finds ways to get kills. I don't think she has many kills where she just hits it so hard that people are just in awe and astounded at what a thunderous kill that was. She's not that kind of a player. But she finds ways to get kills on so many of these plays that she's like the quiet assassin out there.
8-year player out of Minnesota. She's played all over the world. A great chance here for Omaha. Parsons blocked. Put over by Leo. Here comes Pia Timmer for Atlanta. Now Omaha back right. Merritt Beason blasting away. That's vintage Merritt Beason. We saw that 23 most of 2024 in red for the Huskers. 9-7 Omaha.
Yes, that's a great push on this set by Sydney Hilly, pushing it back to Merritt Beason where she can find that line. Merritt doing a great job getting her feet to the ball and finding the line outside the block.
Leah Edmond unable to pass that volleyball. That's a second ace of the night for Omaha, and it's Elise Getzinger who's really shown that she's not just a middle blocker. She's a weapon as a server.
Yes, and at this level, all the players have to be able to serve tough. Elise Getzinger showing us she's up for the challenge.
Timeout Atlanta. 10-7 here. Set number 2, 25-23. Omaha in the first set. Good look at Brooke Nuneviller. She's been here since day 1. Meanwhile, Sydney Hilly there on the left. She was the setter on the 2024 League Championship Omaha team. Went to Indianapolis last year. They call them the Indy Ignite. And decided, I miss Omaha. And who can blame her? You got Dodge Street, you got downtown, you got the Haymarket, the river. You ever seen the bridge over there? I mean, this is a sweet town. I want to come back, and she's here. And the Supernovas treat them so well.
Omaha is a great city to live in, but I have a feeling for Sydney Hilly it was more about the people she's playing on the court with and the coaches she'd get to play for.
Iko Jones just checked in, the former Louisville Cardinal. Here come the Novas back row. Brooke Nuneviller down 3. Atlanta. Iko Jones, a two-hander. Sydney chooses back right. Merritt Beason, another no. Iko Jones roll shots it. Sarah Parsons the finish, not yet. Boy, we've had some marathon rallies already. And, oh, this one falls. Leah Edmond, so great to see that she is uninjured, seemingly, after getting her foot stepped on rather than landing and stepping on someone else's foot.
Yes, Leah Edmond coming right back in the game. She's ready to play. Didn't even miss a beat.
Here's Pia Timmer, native of Germany. Parsons, overpass, joust. Here come the vibe. Great chance here up to Omaha. Parsons, count it. 11-8. Omaha by 3, and Sarah Parsons. SPT, when you're under duress, Sarah Parsons time.
Again, playing off her experience. Not thundering the ball, but finding a way to get a kill, finding the outside hands of the block that time. She's been moving it around the court. using a really good range of shots.
Pia Timmer, two-hands it off the block and out. Now, Janice Leo got the start, as she has in the first two matches. Kara Reinhardt had a fabulous final set in the 4-set win at Columbus. Have not seen her tonight in the middle. Omaha has 5 middle blockers on the roster.
Well, and I think that just shows us the depth that they have, which is really good for a roster. For a season like this, it gives them the option to use different players, not be just wearing out certain players the whole season long. But these players will have to compete for playing time because they do have a really good amount of depth on their roster.
Merritt Beason has been a go-to attacker tonight, and there's a good reason. She's been effective. Long gap set. Raven Colvin. Quick side out. Remember, Atlanta is trying to run a rocket-fast offense.
They are, and running that offense allows them to make the block work really, really hard. When it's a fast offense like that, internationally, teams that are Asian tend to run fast offenses because they know they're not going to outsize anybody. They're smaller, so they're going to run super fast and make your block have to fly around trying to keep up with them. Atlanta's trying to do the same thing. They're trying to beat the block with the speed of their offense, but you have to have good passing and consistent setting to do that.
Leah Edmond not this time. Merritt Beason, another, yes! 13-10, Omaha. Now back to Atlanta. The coaches call this a zero-tempo offense. What does zero-tempo mean?
So you talk about tempos in terms of how high the ball gets out of the setter's hands. A 2 ball would be 2 clicks out of the setter's hands. A higher ball, a 1 ball would be a middle in front. That's a very short fastball. So zero means it's really, really fast. Like it has 0 time moving up and down. It just shoots.
So if you're a middle next to the setter, you're basically attacking it as the ball's coming right out of her hand.
Yes, that's the goal, is you're up in the air, arm back, almost like starting your swing as the setter's contacting it because you want to be hitting it immediately out of her hands.
Sydney Healy runs a slide. That's not the slide. Looked like it. Merritt Beason blasting away inside the antenna off the...
And Merritt Beason's having a really nice match for the Supernovas tonight. They've been going to her a lot, but she's been terminating.
14-11. Omaha hasn't trailed the entire match. Raven Colvin not this time. Beason again! She's got the hot hand. She has a sweltering hand.
And volleyball is a game of momentum. Right now, Merritt Beason has the momentum. She's feeling it. She feels comfortable. She feels confident. This is an out-of-system ball from cross-court. Bump set from Morgan Hentz, and Merritt steps in and crushes the ball. That's an impressive swing for a right-handed opposite.
7 kills for Merritt Beason. What happened there?
I don't know.
Underestimated gravity?
Very mishit, sir.
She thought she was in the mountains and thought that, the high altitude would, anyway, it didn't work out. And
Atlanta will give it back to her.
It's infectious. Neither team can serve a kolache right now. 16-12 Omaha. Media timeout in the second. Nova's up 1-0.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
Thank you, teachers, for fostering the youth and giving us space to grow into our adult selves.
Elise Getzinger. And there's a classroom. Oh, look at all the kids sitting around. And she's reading the book. Young kids love reading.
They do, and it's such a good part of education for them. They learn so much by being read to and by starting to read to other people. My little kids are in school. I've got 3 kids, 11 and under, and one of their favorite things to do is sit down. Will you read to me, Mom? And I love to read. I grew up reading. I'm a total nerd. And so I love to read, but I love that they really have an appreciation for it, and it's something super simple that you can do with your kids.
Oh, reading is for cool kids, not just nerds. Serve to Leah Edmond. That was Omaha Public Schools, by the way. Thank you, OPS, for all you do. Back row shot. Merritt Beason, she's got 8 kills. That cannot stop. They got no answers right now.
Right now, Merritt is going off, and it's good to see her connecting so well with Sydney Hilly. She is feeling it right now.
Merritt's wondering why did I ever leave this state. Remember, she played for Atlanta last year. Happy to be back. Timmer, that's not going to work. Up by 5. We were tied a moment ago. Parsons, kaboom! That will 18-12. It's all Omaha here in the second.
And Sarah Parsons with a great cross-court kill there. But what people may not realize is that Merritt's success on the right half of the court is going to open it up a little bit more for Sarah Parsons on the left side. So when one player gets hot like that, it helps the other players offensively because it starts to give them openings as well.
It was 7-7. Now Omaha pulling away 18-12. And another chance, Parsons. And that nearly drops. Here comes a free ball. Great chance for the Novas as they scatter. Set it up. The slide. Getzinger bangs it off the blocking out here. It's a 7-point ball game.
Right now, Omaha offensively finding success no matter who it is on the right side of the court, whether it's Getzinger going behind on a slide, Merritt Beason out of the back row, Merritt Beason front row. So I think that's something they want to continue to exploit because that makes the block have to worry more about that half of the court. They start to worry less about the left sides, which is going to open things up for Parsons and Brooke Nuneviller.
Anna Dixon, who was red hot, quiet of late, terminates there. 19-13 Omaha, and that ends a 3-point Nova run. Dixon trying for her second ace, not yet. Parsons, who else? She's the reigning MLV Player of the Week. Anna Dixon, and she's a fabulous opposite, swatting that one off the blocking out. 19-14. Omaha not yet able to run and hide here in the second. Atlanta has never led in the entire match. It was tied at 7-7, and at the beginning of each set, it was also tied at 0.
Omaha's done a good job, I think, right now of controlling this match. They've given up small runs, but overall they've stayed in control. They've stayed just under control of what they're doing on their side of the court as well. That's reflected in the scores.
Brooke Nuneviller, do you think she's better from the back row or the front?
Personally, I think she's better out of the back row because she has such good vision. So when there's a single block or a double block or a hole in the block, she sees it so well, and she has the ball control to use it.
Shannon Shields, bang. Lefty setters have an advantage up front. Why?
They definitely do, because when they're facing their team at the net, if the ball comes up in front, all they do is turn their shoulders, which is a natural hitting motion, and they can attack that ball as we just saw Shannon Shields do.
Lead dwindles to 5. Back right, Merritt Beason out of bounds. Make it 4.
I like that offensive set from Omaha. It's a really nice pass set. Back row attack, they just miss long. And that happens sometimes too. You're being aggressive, sometimes errors happen. But I like the way they were doing that. I like the rhythm in that ball.
Out of system. Libero has to set. Parsons still kills it. Give the assist to Morgan Heads.
And Sarah Parsons does a really nice job of reaching and attacking at a high angle. We see it there again. That ball's a high out of system set. She's a little bit tight to the net, reaches up and snaps high on that ball and is able to go over through the block, find the end line.
Merritt Beason's in the front row now for Omaha. 9 kills, 2 errors. Tries to block Leah Edmond. That's a tall task in Point Atlanta.
And that's where the speed of the Atlanta offense comes into play. Leah Edmond on that ball is a phenomenal jumper. She's a very athletic jumper as an attacker. But when the ball gets to her at that speed, she's able to beat the block because she's getting the ball so quickly.
Here's Ellie McKissick, former Florida Gator. She's a fiancée of Kansas City Royal Jack Coglio, right fielder. Big swing by Beason this time. They dig her. Joust now. Omaha up by 4. Beason again. Yes! 10 kills and just 2 errors for Merritt Beason.
Merritt Beason's having a great match. I love the way she's talking to her team. She's giving feedback, but she's continuing to stay aggressive. She gets her feet to the ball. She hits the ball high, and that's how she's going to find success.
Did you ever play your former team? You just think maybe Merritt's
a little bit,
a little extra juice tonight.
I think so. I think you kind of have something to prove a little bit when that happens.
Leah Edmond, a miss hit, almost works for her. Morgan Hens looking for another assist. Beason gives it to her.
And again, this is a tough ball for a right-hander. It's so far inside. For a lefty, that ball's right on your shoulder, but for a righty, she's got to get past the ball to get the ball to her right side. She does such a good job getting to it, swinging high, finding the kill.
MBS, the Merritt Beason show. 2 to go. Nuneviller, not this time. Pia Timmer swings. Former Washington State Cougar, native of Germany. Now Brooke Nuneviller. Great cover by Morgan Hens. She's horizontal half the match. Raven Colvin in system. Omaha sets right. Beason another. 12 kills and 2 errors.
Again, this ball from Sydney Hilly, a little bit off the net. We see she's coming out of the back row, but keeps Merritt off the net. Merritt has such a good high swing when she stays off the net. I really like that set location for Merritt.
For the second set and a commanding 2-love lead. Giannis Leo, the block, and the Supernovas up 2-love, 25-23 and 25-17 in the resumption. One of pro volleyball's best rivalries. Remember opening night 2 years ago? Atlanta won that night. All Supernovas here 2 seasons later. Special guest when we come right back.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Health Services. We're ready when you are. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today.
Championship Insight, exclusive access, Supernovas Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
And welcome to the Supernova Spotlight on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axmit with you with a man who needs no introduction, John Cook, GM and co-owner of the Omaha Supernovas throughout the season. We're going to be hearing from him, getting a little bit more insight about the great sport of volleyball. So first off, John, season just got underway for the Supernovas, and we want to talk about personnel. So first off, you had a couple of headliners receiving preseason awards. Nuneviller, a name everyone knows, Morgan Hens. When you look at those two key pieces coming back to this season, what does that do for you here early on in the season?
Well, when we started putting this team together, those were two key pieces that we wanted to make sure we signed. And, you know, Brooke's proven herself, and Morgan is probably maybe the best libero in the world. So both really talented. They're both leaders. They're both really hard workers, and we're super pumped up, and they'll be crowd favorites watching them play.
Never hurts to have one of the best in the world at something on your team. And you look at the personnel taking it a step further. Outside hitter of the year, that's Nuneviller. The libero of the year, hence last year. And then you also add setter Sydney Hilly. So throw Hilly into the mix. You've added former Husker Merritt Beason, who you're very familiar with. You've added Nora Sis. We're going to call her Tabrak because that's what she wants. You have her from Creighton. Star-studded lineup. So those extra pieces that I just mentioned, how does that mix into the two we just talked about?
Well, the theme of the ones you just mentioned, you know, they're all have connections to Nebraska, played here. Everybody knows them. And again, that's Nora Sis who got married, so that's why her name's a little bit different. And again, that was another theme that we wanted to put together in building this team was, you know, players that our fans are familiar with. And I think those players appreciate what they have in Omaha and how well they are supported and the attendance and all that. And that's why they all, you know, Merritt wanted to come back, and Nora wanted to come back, and Sydney wanted to come back. So there was some motivation for those guys that wanted to come back and be Supernovas. So I think that speaks really highly of the Supernova organization and the program that they're running here in Omaha.
Well, lastly, another new piece, head coach. You have Luke Schlabay, helped Team USA win the gold back in 2021. So why was he the right person to lead the Supernovas this season as the head coach?
Well, I've known Luca probably 15 years or so, and I actually interviewed him at one point as an assistant coach in Nebraska, but he's from Slovenia, but he's been in the U.S. a long time, and he played at BYU. He coached at BYU with the men's team, and then he was at North Carolina State. He's been with USA Women. Now he's with USA Men, and he was somebody that we felt we had to find a way to get him to be the coach because he's just got a really well-rounded background, and he's a great coach.
Well, John, appreciate the time very much. We're looking forward to having the Supernovas on News Channel Nebraska and seeing these new pieces, these local players, and, of course, the new coach all leading the Supernovas this season.
Yeah, it should be really exciting, and I think this team's going to be really fun to watch.
Catch more exclusive insight all season on Supernova's Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
You or your child is frequently dealing with sinus or ear infections, it may be time to find lasting relief. At Faith Regional Health Services Ear, Nose, and Throat, our specialists focus on finding the cause of your symptoms, not just managing them. Dr. Justin Altman and Dr. Eric Roy use advanced technology and proven treatments to determine whether inflammation, infection, or a more complex condition is standing in the way of your relief. With care designed around you, we develop a plan that uses the right procedures and treatments to help you breathe easier, hear clearly, and get back to feeling like yourself again. Don't let ongoing sinus or ear problems hold you or your child back. Experience the expert care and lasting relief offered by Faith Regional Ear, Nose, and Throat.
This is Major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing.
This is where the game gets real.
Look at all those Omaha Supernova fans. They're buying Supernova swag. If you pick up some Supernova swag, your social life doubles. I'm John Baylor with Nancy Metcalf and the brand new soon-to-be president, the president-in-waiting for the Omaha Supernovas, Amanda Gates. Congratulations, Amanda. How big a day is this for you, and how much bigger can all this get?
This has been such a special day, and sharing it with just the best fans and being here tonight has been so special, and I just can't wait to contribute and impact this Supernovas nation and really just start to see what we can continue to build together.
All right, when you're in this building, it's got to bring back some fond memories.
There's a lot of fond memories here, from championships to Final Fours. It's a special place.
You played an hour from here in Lincoln most of the time, but 2006 Final Four, right in this building, 2008 Final Four. right in this building. Does that matter, or does it make it just a little more special?
It makes it so special to be in a place that means so much to the state and the region for volleyball.
All right, you're taking over for Diane Mendenhall. Her fingerprints are on all sorts of success here, not just the crowd, but the things like we just saw, the swag. You see Supernovas gear all over town. What does she mean to you?
Oh, Diane's been such a special mentor and just someone that sets the bar. She has shown us what excellence is with all of her fingerprints on this special team to the support staff to just what we have here. And I hope to, learn so much from her and to step into her shoes. They're big shoes to fill, but couldn't be any more blessed to have Diane as the person to look up to.
Now, Diane does not step away into her sort of future general manager emeritus role until after this season, so you get a chance to really work together this year. Also, the general manager is with you, John Cook, who was your coach at Nebraska. What kind of standard does he establish?
This standard of excellence, and, it's this ability to thrive when times are tough on the court and to elevate performance and to just make a mark and understand that the bar's set super high and we're striving for it.
Amanda Gates, she's the future president of this fine franchise. Great to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Nancy Metcalf, let's take a look back at the first two sets won by Omaha. How tough a time is Atlanta having running their offense?
Right now, they're just struggling to score points against Omaha, whether it's because of the block, because of the defense. Right now, Atlanta's struggling. They've got 2 hitters with 20 attacks. They've got 1 with 16, but their highest kill ratio right now is 8 points from Anna Dixon, who we've seen come through for them several times. Right now, Omaha has had a much better success rate on offense. Merritt Beason came alive in that second set. She had 10 kills on 14 attempts in just the second set alone. So Omaha's going to try to continue that momentum, continue getting Merritt the ball on attempts that she can take a good high swing on.
And the pattern continues. Atlanta has yet to lead in this entire match. Merritt Beason, what a huge night. And this is easily the best serving match of the season for Omaha. Atlanta's out of system all night, and Leah Edmond can fix that. We're tied at 1.
I think so. That's a nice swing by Leah Edmond, but going back to what you said about serving, that is so important at this level for teams. They need to serve tough to try to get the opposing team out of rhythm on offense. And Omaha tonight has had one of their best serving nights, which has in turn kept Atlanta out of rhythm.
Service errors continue to pile up for Atlanta. Merritt Beason tonight, 12 kills and 2 errors, hitting 4-1-7. She's out there playing in the front right and takes that overpass and 2 hands it down. Overpass is a front row attacker's best friend.
It is. And for front row attackers, half the time the problem is holding off if the ball is not across the plane of the net. We're going to see a challenge here from Coach Kayla Vanworth. I think she's going to challenge the ball did not cross the plane of the net. The taller players that you have, the easier it is for them to reach over. But it's so tempting to take those balls even if they're not quite to the plane of the net yet.
9 service errors thus far for Atlanta. They got to cut those back here if they're going to get back into this match. I thought maybe Merritt reached over before the ball creased the plane.
I was actually surprised not to hear a whistle in the play in real time because I also thought they could have called that as a reach over.
Tall people usually have an advantage socially and in so many ways, especially in volleyball, but it can be so tempting if they're that tall to reach over.
It is so tempting because it feels like a free kill, right? Like, oh, I can get a free point off of
Kaboom.
this. But you have to hold yourself back and make sure it's actually coming into the plane of the net. Once it's there, it's free range. Anybody can take it.
And they're going to reverse it. And for the first time tonight, it's going to be Atlanta with a lead 2-1. That's your Liberty First scoreboard right there. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. 2-1 vibe. Elise Getzinger blocked by Raven Colvin, and Atlanta does not want to go back to their hotel early tonight. 3-1 in favor of the Vibe.
They do not. They are competitors, and Raven Colvin has been doing a nice job staying with those Omaha middles. That time Getzinger runs off of one leg, but close behind Sydney Hilly. We would call it an A. And Raven Colvin all over that. It's a really nice block move.
Great dig by Rampelberg. Over dig by Morgan Hansen out, so a back row kill delivered by Atlanta. Scoreboard up above us says 3-1, but I think we got it right on the Liberty First scoreboard. It's 4-1 in favor of Atlanta. Averi Carlson, much traveled collegian, playing professionally. She's a rookie and a setter. Great pass by Nuneviller. Gets it back. Tipping, no. Merritt Beason, the hot hand, 12 kills. Make it 13.
Merritt doing a nice job there. Again, getting her feet to the ball. She's able to get around that ball and turn it off the outside hand of the block. She's going to find a lot of success when she hits high hands like that because the ball becomes unplayable. But we see her continuing to have that momentum we talked about.
We had it at 4-2 now, Atlanta, but we've got it corrected. It's 4-3 Atlanta, so this is to tie it up. Merritt Beason serving. Backset, Leah Edmond delivers. You can only keep her down for so long, and she's easily one of the best weapons in the league.
Leah Edmond has been one of the best outside hitters in this league since she started, but here again we see another good example of how Leah can go up. She's an explosive jumping attacker. Goes up, hits a hard ball over the block, finds the seam, finds the point.
She had 20 kills in her last match against Grand Rapids. There's only 3 sets. There's Brooke Nuneviller down the line. How much more difficult is it for an outside pin hitter to hit down the line rather than cross court?
Well, I think it depends on your hand. For Brooke Nuneviller, that ball is always on the right side of her body, so she can turn that ball. For a lefty who was hitting that exact same set, that exact same ball, it'd be a lot more difficult because you have to get around the ball and then turn it back against your body, which is a tough angle to hit.
Pia Timmer's going to try again, and it works. 6-4 Atlanta. Pia Timmer and Leah Edmond, the strength of the Atlanta offense. That's her 5th kill and 2nd against 2 errors. She's only hitting 143. There's Raven Colvin. She's had a nice night in the middle. Liberos do not serve in MLV. Overpass by Parsons. Joust. Free ball over. Here come the Novas. Sarah Parsons, not this time. Timmer trying to keep it alive, and she does. Omaha, middle back. Brooke Nuneviller's favorite spot, not this time. Anna Dixon, block back, over dig. Brooke Nuneviller again. Delivers from the 3-meter line. 6-5 Atlanta.
And Omaha doing a nice job here, just working back and forth, finding different hitters, trying different things, continuing to work the ball around the court, finding something that works. Brooke Nuneviller, as so often happens, is the one to come through and find the floor for a kill.
So Atlanta has changed setters. It's Averi Carlson rather than Shannon Shields. Corey Lewis gets dug. Merritt Beason, the hot hand, 13 going on, 14 kills.
Another nice high swing by Merritt Beason. I like that. Brooke Nuneviller going to the floor to get that defensive ball up. Sydney Hilly running across the court, pushes it back to right back to get Merritt Beason the ball on that set. That changes the direction of the momentum on the court, and Merritt Beason able to find it and terminate.
Anna Dixon block back. Timmer tools the Sydney Hilly block. 7-6 Atlanta. Now, when Sydney Hilly, the Omaha setters in the front row, there are really 5 attackers for Omaha. 3 in the front row, 2 in the back.
Yes, because when Sydney Hilly's in the front row, she's a viable attacker, so she can attack the ball, but she also has her front row outside hitter. She has Sarah Parsons at outside. She has her front row middle blocker, but then she also has Merritt Beason in the back row in the right back, and Brooke Nuneviller in the back row and middle back. So she has 5 attackers. Omaha has 5 attackers on the court when their setter is front row.
Sarah Parsons, another dig by Morgan Hentz. A lot of free balls here. Great chance for Omaha, a little low set. Parsons gets blocked back. Omaha begins again. No, a 2 shoot, didn't work. Corey Lewis, that will. 8-6 Atlanta Vibe.
That was a nice read by Britt Rampelberg, the libero for Atlanta. She sees Sydney Hilly. She knows she can be active in the front row, staying with it, ready for that ball when Sydney Hilly comes over on 2. And that leads to a transition play and ultimately the kill for Atlanta.
Eight, 6 in Omaha. Atlanta with the lead. Down 2 sets love. Hannah Dixon sails this one towards the Missouri River. No need for the very impressive MLV replay system to review that one.
A little bit of dodging to get out of the way sometimes.
So it's 8-7 Atlanta. And near ace for Sydney Hill. A free ball. Here come the Novas. Great chance here. Tie this thing at 8. Janice Leah, no. Sarah Parsons, an off-speed shot doesn't work. Big swing from Pia Timmer. Parsons, that will. Kaboom! 8-8 in downtown Omaha.
And that's a high-level, sharp angle cross-court attack here by Sarah Parsons. We can see it again. She goes up, cuts sharp wrist away, and is able to hit it 10-foot line cross-court.
Sarah Parsons at Minnesota was the 2016 Big Ten Conference Player of the Year. She was one of 6 Minnesota Golden Gophers that won it over 8 years. Right side swing. Merritt Beason gets her 15th kill of the night. Remember, these are short sets, 8 apiece.
Merritt Beason, again, doing a nice job finding hands. She hit that ball 10 feet long. There's no defenders 10 feet off the court. But because she got hands first, it's undiggable. It ends up leading to a point.
Beg your pardon, 9-8 Omaha. Service error. Sydney Hilly, 9-9. Great Sydney Hilly, 2021, led the Wisconsin Badgers to the NCAA championship. Dana Redkey was the conference player of the year. Set 5 championship match against Nebraska in Columbus. Sydney outside, big swing by Parson. And that falls. Sarah Parsons. It's 10-9 Omaha.
It's a really nice swing by Sarah Parsons there to get the kill. I really liked Sydney Hilly's touch on this ball. That ball just comes out so pure when she sets that. It has great tempo. Gives Sarah Parsons a great swing.
Averi Carlson feeds to Leah Edmond, and she delivers it. This is the Leah Edmond we expect night in and night out. She's got 3 kills already in this third set, and she's going to have to carry him if Atlanta's going to get back into this one.
Yes, and Leah Edmond is a player that we know is capable of doing that. I would suspect she's been having a little bit of more inconsistency or a little bit more tough time scoring because of the tempo change that they're trying to go through.
Brooke Nuneviller blasts away. Suddenly a battle of side-outs after some marathon rallies earlier.
And we see Brooke Nuneviller doing the same shot that Sarah Parsons just did. She goes up and cranks it hard. We call it wrist away, where you turn your thumb down to hit it sharp cross-court away from your body.
Here's Janice Leah. And that's an ace. Janice Leah, a native of New Bedford, Massachusetts. You don't see a lot of New Englanders playing elite volleyball. She's the youngest of 6. New Bedford is also the home of the now bankrupt company, Berkshire Hathaway, which was bought by Warren Buffett, of course, headquartered now in Omaha. And he used the name of one of those companies he's bought, which was unsuccessful, to use indefinitely for now the huge collection of companies that is the current Berkshire Hathaway. The old one, it no longer exists, from which the current company took its name, headquartered in New Bedford. Janice Leah, former New Bedford High School Whaler. Service long by Averi Carlson. I know you want to serve tough. You have to at the professional level, but what's the balance between, all these side outs? We're now 11 service errors. We're 11 service errors right now for Atlanta.
I mean, it's such a fine line because, like you said, you want to serve tough, but you can't live with this many errors. It's very difficult to win if you're making this many service errors. So Atlanta's going to have to continue working to try to fine-tune that, where they continue serving tough and they drive that ball, but it's at a lower trajectory, so it's not sailing 10 feet long.
Well, Merritt Beason's playing defense, not just offense tonight. Remember, she's got 15 kills. Leah Edmond gets dug by Parsons, but it travels outside the antenna. 13-12. Omaha easily our most competitive of the 3 sets.
Yes, both teams right now are fighting for points. Atlanta has become more consistent and more of a point-scoring threat this set. But I think their timing with their sets is getting better this set, and they're able to find and terminate on some of these kills.
Leah Edmonds decided, hey, I'm going to carry my team to victory here in the third set. 13 apiece. Omaha won a deuce game in the first and pulled away handily in the second. Brooke Nuneviller, yes.
Brooke Nuneviller again showing that ball control we've talked about. She goes up, slaps at this ball crossbody this time to go between the block and just kind of drops it in there. Again, not a thundering kill, but able to just turn the ball and find the holes and just kind of chip it around the court.
Okay pass. Averi Carlson feeds Pia Timmer. Here come the Novas for a 2-point lead. Sarah Parsons, we're tied. Raven Colvin, one of the best in the blocking business.
And we've mentioned Raven Colvin earlier tonight because she's doing such a good job of getting over the net. She's closing a little bit late with her feet because of the tempo of the sets, but she's able to get her hands there and stay over the net, which is giving her success blocking. Again, there against Parsons.
Played for Grand Rapids last year, native of Indianapolis. Here come the Novas. Getzinger block back. Sarah Parsons block back, and the Novas cover it. Goes over, but just wide. 15-14, Atlanta back on top. So Atlanta's won 4 of the last 5 rallies. Raven Colvin right there, and Leah Edmond have led the way. Edmond's in the back row currently, but they'll set her wherever. Sydney Hilly chooses behind. Elise Getzinger, she loves the slide.
She does, and the difference in that set and the set before she had one-on-one. There was only one blocker going up with her, but the ball was too close to the net. Getzinger not able to do anything with it. She gets blocked. They're able to transition and play it out because they covered her. But this ball is further off the net, so even though she has more hands up over the net, she's able to find them and turn it out of bounds off the block.
Boy, Anna Dixon, that's a strong right shoulder. Tied at 15. And now 16-15 Atlanta. More set 3 after this.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
I would like to shout out the whole Creighton nursing program. They were super duper awesome the whole time I was there and made it possible to play volleyball and get my nursing degree at the same time.
Having fun at CHI Health Center, Kiewit Court, downtown Omaha, home of your Omaha Supernovas. Another big crowd here tonight. Have not heard an official count. It looks like more than 10,000 witnessing this one. A lot of little kids having fun on Educator Appreciation Night. Big offensive numbers for Omaha. 15 kills, 3 errors for Merritt Beason. 10 kills for Brooke Nuneviller. 9 for Sarah Parsons. And 5 for Elise Getzinger. That's a fair amount of balance.
Yeah, I think Elise is doing a good job staying pretty balanced, but so is Omaha right now. We've got 3 attackers that are over 25 attempts for Omaha, which traditionally your pin attackers are going to have the most amount of swings, but all 3 of them are within a few attempts of each other.
A roll shot from the back row. Brooke Nuneviller ties it at 16. That's her 11th kill. And a moment ago, it was Maddie Walk that served for Atlanta. She's going to stay in and set a magician for Texas A&M this past December. Led them to a national championship. Aiko Jones comes in, so a double switch for Atlanta. 16 apiece in the third. Omaha up 2-love, and that attack by Beason is long. And Brooke Nuneviller slipped and seemingly is okay. 17-16 Atlanta.
There are a lot of Husker fans in the building because the crowd is kind of letting Maddie Walk hear it.
Really? What are they saying? I'm not hearing it.
Just kind of wooing at her when she touches the ball.
Oh, the wounds are still fresh. What a regional final that was. She digs that one across, it travels. Merritt Beason blasting down the line, out. So now 15 kills, 5 errors for Merritt Beason, and 18-16 Atlanta.
Omaha going to challenge here. They're saying that the ball was touched by the block, and multiple Supernovas turned to the bench and said there was a touch.
So the replay officials are in the building. They're keeping a keen eye on this. The MLV replay system, 22 cameras, is giving them a good view on whether the attack was touched or not. And there you've got two of the brain trusts for Omaha. On your right was the head coach, Lucas Labbe, and also Blake Rawling. And they're going to reverse this, and Omaha keeps their challenge.
And that's a great team call, because when that many players on the court all say, yes, this happened, that gives the coach confidence to use their challenge and not feel like it's just a player begging for a touch. But if other teammates see it, they can feel confident there was a touch.
So Merritt Beason leads them 16 kills, 4 errors. Maddie walk in there to set the third setter for Atlanta. Janice Leah, the big block.
Janice Leah with a tremendous block. She's getting all the way over the net, staying solid on that block, and it goes straight down after contact.
Omaha 7 away from a sweep over Atlanta. Iko Jones from Kingston, Jamaica, we're tied. Iko Jones was a huge recruit for Danny Busboom Kelly at Louisville, had a great career there. Her father, a track star at Nebraska. Great hustle, Sydney Hille. Back row roll shot from Brooke Nuneviller. Now, Atlanta collides and tipped back out of bounds by Brooke Nuneviller. Point Atlanta. Brooke Nuneviller and the chair official are like involved in a conversation after a lot of rallies.
And it was a high IQ play. Brooke Nuneviller sees Atlanta scrambling, knows the back of the court's wide open. Unfortunately, she just missed long trying to throw it back there.
Merritt Beason for kill number 16, not yet. Another try. That's her 5th attack error, and more importantly, Atlanta up 20-18. Timeout Omaha. So 3 straight Atlanta points, and whoop, this thing is reversed. What looked like a potential sweep suddenly looks like Atlanta's on the verge of sending this to a 4th set.
And they could, and that's the thing about volleyball. It's a game of momentum. The game can shift back and forth so quickly. But just like the game has shifted, it could shift back to Omaha's favor so quickly as well. So taking a beat here, regrouping, kind of gathering each other, looking everybody in the eyes and saying, hey, we got this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this side out. We're going to do it this way. Omaha's going to look to come out and get a quick side out and turn it right back around.
The big difference this set and why Atlanta's so much more competitive has got to be their better passing. They're just in system more often. They're able to run this really fast offense.
I agree. Their passers have been doing a much better job. And when the passing is better, it allows the setter to have so many more options, and it's not so predictable. That has allowed their hitters to have more success as well.
Here's last year's Rookie of the Year, Corey Lewis. Played middle all night tonight. Service error. Point Omaha, 2019 Atlanta.
Golden rule of serving. You never miss a serve after a timeout. You never miss a serve after 20.
Atlanta fans feeling bad vibes after that service error. Now to tie this baby, Nora Sis-DeBrock. Creighton Star, her former team, watching. They were celebrated after set 2. Oh, great block back by Iko Jones, but not down. Brooke Nuneviller off the block. No. Leah Edmond, who else? Down.
Here we see this ball again. Leah Edmond going up, swinging high, finding that seam in the block. Getzinger immediately turns her team and says, that's my bad. I reached inside instead of closing. And that allows Leah Edmond to find that kill between the block. But a really nice swing by Leah Edmond. Credit to her because she took a great swing on a tough set.
The faces change every year, but it's always competitive between these two teams. Great rivalry, all-time 4-4. Nuneviller, great cover. Morgan Hens, Stanford Cardinal, and a U.S. team player. Nuneviller, just wide. 22-19 Atlanta after Omaha led 18-17.
An unusual error by Brooke Nuneviller, but several plays in that rally were just really nice plays. Morgan Hens had a great up on defense. Sarah Parsons had a great pass to start the rally. So Omaha's doing a lot of things nice right now, but they just need to find a ball they can terminate.
Timeout Omaha. Lucas LeBay trying to find a solution. You can see he's not the tallest player, and he had a ton of success at BYU and beyond as a 6-rotation player in the men's game. And he's really used often as someone who can help a smaller front row attacker like a Brooke Nuneviller. But also, Tyler Hildebrand at Nebraska in 2017 would bring Ani Albright video of Lucas LeBay to show Ani Albright how she at only 5'10" could be a 6-rotation player. It worked. Ani Albright became a second-team All-American that year. Her final year, her only season when she played all 6 rotations and led Nebraska to a national championship.
I didn't know that about Ani. That's a super cool story about Tyler bringing that for Ani. But yes, Luca has the history and the experience as a shorter outside attacker in the men's game, but that can definitely translate, and that allows him to be able to speak knowledgeably to outside hitters like Brooke Nuneviller. Say, try this, try that. I've done it. I've been there. It works. And another error, I know, by Atlanta.
Service error after an opponent's timeout. That's a volleyball no-no. Oh, and Merritt Beason returns the favor. Looks like 4 sets tonight. And Brooke Nuneviller gets blocked. Raven Colvin, another 24-20 Atlanta. So they'll have 4 chances to send this to a 4-set. Omaha's up 2-love. Uh-oh, poor pass by Parsons. Merritt Beason looking for kill number 16. Way long. Set 3 for Merritt, not what set 2 was. And we're going to a 4th set. 2-1, Omaha come back for the 4th. Supernovas and Vibe going at least 4 tonight in front of a huge crowd in downtown Omaha.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Novas Nation, the 2026 season is here. Join us Friday, January 30th at the CHI Health Center as your Omaha Supernovas take on the San Diego Mojo for National Girls and Women in Sports Night. Watch Team USA libero Morgan Hentz and local stars Merritt Beason and Nora Sisk as Omaha and San Diego clash in an early season showdown. Bring the noise, pack the house, and help make CHI the toughest place to play in professional volleyball. Get your tickets at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
Omaha 2-1 over Atlanta. But the Vibe pulled away and won that third set 25-20. Passing much better. Getting Leah Edmond involved in the offense much more. The middles were active. And when Atlanta passes the ball, and this is true of a lot of great teams, they're a different ball club. And Omaha had their hands full trying to slow them down.
That's so true, and that's what Omaha needs to focus on with their serving. If they serve tougher, that can take Atlanta's middles out of the game. When they're effective, it's a lot easier for blocking on the pins, but they've got to continue serving tough. Atlanta needs to keep focusing on passing the way they've been passing because that's what's kept them in the game through that third set.
Layla Blackwell will play for the first time for Omaha. I think she's in for Janice Leone. Layla Blackwell is in the middle for Omaha right now, and she's a former San Diego Mojo, but before that, she was a Husker for 1 year, and prior to that, University of San Diego. And as service error gives Atlanta a 1-love lead here in set 4.
Serving number 22, Corey Lewis.
That's close. We can see the replay there. It was very close to hitting that end line, but Omaha's got to keep driving that ball low and flat.
Nuneviller her setter, Sydney Hilly, and that's Layla Blackwell's first swing, and she gets blocked. 2-0 Atlanta. This is Layla Blackwell's first action as an Omaha Supernova. Former Husker, big blast, gets a kill. 2-1 Atlanta.
And I like the confidence Sydney Hilly shows him going right back to Layla Blackwell saying, we're going to get it to you again. Stay aggressive. Keep swinging at this ball. I'm going to give you another shot. Layla taking care of the ball. Great swing.
Last year, 1.3 kills per set for Layla and played 23 sets. Big shot by Leah Edmond, not this time. And Merritt Beason, overdig. Blackwell swings, block back, punches it up. Brooke Nuneviller tipping to the donut, it falls. 2-2 in the fourth.
Really nice, smart shot by Brooke Nuneviller here, knowing she's got two blockers up and waiting, getting in the middle so that Leah Edmond is crashing with Anna Dixon as they both try to get that ball up.
Nobody has left. This one very much still in the balance. Atlanta came in 1-1, Omaha 2-0. Back right, Anna Dixon in. She had the hot hand through the first set and a half. Quiet of late until then.
Yep, Anna Dixon right back in it. That's a really nice swing again. Coming out of the back row there, but swinging high and deep, finding that end line for the point.
Averi Carlson set that third set, so Caleb Anworth, head coach, thinks why not? Let her come stay in there and set. And Brooke Nuneviller blasted off the block and out. We're tied at 3 in the fourth.
Nice swing by Brooke Nuneviller, finding high hands on the block, able to tool them out of bounds.
Brooke Nuneviller, 42 swings. Is that concerning?
That's a lot of swings. She's used to it, and I think she can handle it. I'm not worried for her, but that is a lot of swings. The downside to that is that's a lot of swings, which means other people are not getting as many swings. Omaha's going to want to spread that out a little bit more, be a little bit less one-dimensional.
Leah Edmond, she's got the tip shot. She's got the fastball. 4-3 Vibe in the fourth. 42 swings for Brooke Nuneviller. Next highest for the Supernovas, Merritt Beason, 36, 27 for Sarah Parsons. There's Merritt Beason out of bounds. She's gone cold. 5-3 Atlanta.
And her last several swings for Merritt are close, as we see on this replay. They're close. She's right there, but you're right. She has gone a little cool.
Service error to Leah Edmond. 5-4 Vibe. In the old days, nicknames were plural. Supernovas, the Lakers, Now they're kind of a singular emotions or states of mind, like vibe. Line drive serve. Pia Timmer. And there's Anna Dixon. Nice block, Ellie Getzinger. Elise Getzinger gets the block, and we're tied at 5.
Great block set up here by Brooke Nuneviller. Elise Getzinger getting to her and reaching over. Nice close by Elise Getzinger, getting her hands over the net.
Boy, she helped Creighton 2 years ago, all the way to the regional final at Penn State. 5 sets. Getzinger again. She loves that slide. She's got more slides than a playground. Yes. And a cue by Brooke Nuneviller. It's 6-5. Omaha back on top. Early set 4.
And Brooke Nuneviller continuing to do a great job of moving the ball around the court. Hits one down the line. High hands here. Tools off the block out of bounds. Hits sharp cross court. Moving it around is going to create success for her, and she continues to do that.
Merritt Beason twinkles the twine. Anna Dixon, wow, she got on top of the ball, and the geometry works.
She does, and that time Atlanta ran their middle right behind the setter on a quick attack, and so it held Omaha's block for just a split second, and that creates a little bit of hesitation by Brooke Nuneviller getting out. She doesn't get up and over the net as far as she usually does, which creates a lot of open space for Anna Dixon attacking.
Raven Colvin, a service ace. Atlanta 2 in a row, 7-6-5. We're almost 2 hours into this one and a long way to go. And Raven Coleman with back-to-back service aces. She's got 3 for the match. What makes this middle blocker's serve so tough to handle?
She's driving it really well right now, and she's not floating up under and hitting it up. She's driving it, and because of how tall she is and how high her reach is, she's able to drive it coming down at an angle. This one we see she drives down too much right into the net. But on the first 2 balls, she had a really nice angle of attack on that ball, and it's driving down towards the Supernovas.
Brooke Nuneviller trying to tie this baby up. Back set from Averi Carlson. Anna Dixon gets dug. The slide. Elise Getzinger, kaboom! We're tied at 8.
That's a really nice, quick transition play by Elise Getzinger. That's hard. Middles have to work the hardest of anybody on the court. I'm convinced of that. She's blocking at left front, transitioning around, hitting to the right pin to hit that slide attack. It's a great transition play.
Service error. More service errors in the pro game than the college game?
I don't know. There's a lot of the college game, too. I do think that the serves that are in tend to be tougher in the pro game. So I think the service errors are a little bit easier to stomach because the serves they're getting in are tougher to handle.
They have to be, or else it's going to come right back at you for a quick side out. Edmond has to dodge your setter, then push it over. Great chance here. Sarah Parsons out. Any touch? Yes, there was. Point Omaha. 9-9 in the fourth. 2-1.
Here you see Sarah Parsons out of system off that bump set, going high hands, right off the setter's hands. That's a really nice swing off Averi Carlson.
Elise Getzinger sails that one towards the state of Iowa. It can be contagious.
Serving errors can be contagious, and that's something a team just has to work through. It's a focus issue. It's an everything issue. But they just got to keep working at it. They cannot just be complacent because serving is such a big part of the offensive game.
Pia Timmer drills it to the deck. And Atlanta back up by 2. Wow, just in.
Barely tags that line.
You ever wonder when you played, if they had this MLV replay system, if outcomes would be different?
I mean, if I'm being honest, yes, we lost some calls that we probably should have gotten, but we probably got some calls we would have lost too. So I don't know if it would have necessarily changed outcomes.
It evens out.
I think Coach Cook could probably go back and say, yeah, but you remember that one point at the end of this one match? I can't remember specific plays like that, but I mean, there were times it was such a big touch when I was blocking and I was like, no, out of bounds, and they'd let us have it. So I think it probably washed out pretty close.
Are you saying that you once deceived the officials and pretended you didn't touch it?
I quite possibly tried to.
Off the block, point Atlanta, 12-10 in favor of the Vibe. Supernovas won the first 2. 25-23, 25-17. There was 25-20 a moment ago, set 3. Atlanta, we're in the 4th. Parsons gets it back, drills it down. Go after a big middle when she's serving, and there's no libero out there.
And Parsons doing a really nice job there. Passing that ball, it served a little bit high and deep. She twists, gets a good angle on that for a pass, rolls right out into her approach, and is able to have an in-system attack off the set from Sydney Hilly.
Serve goes to Edmond. She does it all. The slide, Raven, Coleman, Doug. Great chance to tie this up. The captain, Brooke Nuneviller, Doug. Edmond rolls shotting. Now the Novas, Sydney Hilly again to Brooke Nuneviller. They dearly wanted to play together, and they are. But Morgan Hentz, nice up there by the great libero. Back row, Parsons. A dozen each in the 4th.
And another really great rally here. Sydney Hilly working it back and forth, finds Parsons out of the back row. Sarah Parsons, again, showing her experience and the way she can see the game so well, see the block and defense. Great attack from her going around that block.
Layla Blackwell back in there, play in the middle for Omaha, trying to block this one, and punches it in the air, but out of bounds. 13-12, Atlanta unwilling to yield that advantage. Atlanta needs this set, and if they get it, we're going to a 5th. If not, the 10,000 or so empty out into the Haymarket. Hold everything, the old market.
The old market, yes. And hopefully stay a while because it's cold outside. So
yeah.
Let's enjoy. Go somewhere and get something to eat afterwards.
Averi Carlson, she set the 3rd and 4th sets. They played 3 setters tonight. And Merritt Beason gets blocked. 14-12 Atlanta.
It's a nice blocking move by Leah Edmond. You can see her get all the way out there and turn that ball back in. Merritt Beason thought she was going to rip that ball down the line, and Edmond gets around it and turns it back in.
She's had a lot of line kills tonight, especially in that 2nd set, and they're forcing her to go cross court. Edmond drills it through the block attempt by 2 former Huskers, 15-12.
And this is the speed we were talking about that Atlanta wants to run. Averi Carlson just pushes that ball out super fast. Leah Edmond getting off the ground quick and being able to take advantage of the hole in the block that results because of how fast the set is.
This was all Omaha until late in the 3rd set, and Atlanta's thinking they're going to win this set and take it to a 5th. Quick attack by Layla Blackwell, and she's now going to serve, something we never saw her do at Nebraska. This is quite a player at University of San Diego. She was really the key to one of the great upsets in postseason history when San Diego went up to Maples Pavilion and defeated the 2022 Stanford Cardinal in the regional final and sent San Diego to a Final Four. But then Layla, while hearing all those compliments, serves it out of bounds. 16-13 Atlanta. We come right back.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball. Trusted by generations. Built for champions.
16-13. Here in the 4th set, 2 sets won Omaha, and in that 3rd set, Omaha was pretty doggone cold, and it's continuing here. In fact, in this match, Nancy, Omaha's hitting just 208. Atlanta is out hitting them 274 to 208. Meanwhile, service errors 16 for Atlanta and 9 for Omaha. Ever since set 3 began, Atlanta, for the most part, has been in system. They've been able to feed their outsides, their middles, kind of set whomever they wish. First 2 sets, they were very predictable, out of system. Great chance for Nebraska to dig them. And Omaha won the first 2 sets. Getzinger gets dug. Pia Timmer not this time. Down 3. Omaha needs this one. Brooke Nuneviller gets it. 16-14 Atlanta.
Really nice turn down the line by Brooke Nuneviller there. Omaha's doing a good job hanging in there, making defensive plays, getting good block touches. But like you said, too many errors right now. Getting a lot of errors is what brings your hitting percentage down. So if we're hitting a low hitting percentage, it means we have too many errors. Omaha's got to clean it up, less errors, and continue serving tough so that they can keep Atlanta out of system and out of rhythm.
To get within 1, it's Sydney Hilly, no. Leah Edmond, trouble, block back, Brooke Nuneviller. 5'10", blocks the great Leah Edmond, 6'2", 16-15 Atlanta.
And that time Omaha has all 3 blockers in, waiting for that pipe attack coming out of middle back. They're ready for it. They've got a triple block up that takes away options from Leah Edmond, results in the kill in the block point for Omaha.
Great pass by Timmer, tips at Raven Cole. And there's Morgan Hentz, the former Atlanta Vibe for 2 years. She's been the libero of the year in the league the last 2 seasons. And Sarah Parsons, the reigning MLV Player of the Week, ties this baby up at 16.
Brooke Nuneviller now showing again what we've talked about, what she's known for. This is her game. Hitting the ball, slapping it off the block, finding hands, finding different tool shots. She's had a few of them now. This is what Omaha needs to keep building on this momentum.
And we got a yellow card against Atlanta. I believe it's against Leah Edmond. So I think she had been communicating a little too frequently and vociferously for the chair officials' liking. No point awarded until you get a second yellow card. Quick attack and a kill by Raven Colvin, 17-16 Atlanta.
And a nice quick attack here by Colvin for the point for Atlanta. But again, Atlanta passes that serve very easily, very well. So Omaha's got to keep dialing up the pressure with their serves.
Sydney pulled off the net, feeds back row, Merritt Beason, not this time. Free ball across, great chance to tie it. Sydney, the slide, Elise Getzinger, that's her play. Elise Getzinger and the slide, they just kind of go together. She loves to attack off of 1 foot.
She does, and that's what Lucas Slabe said that they brought her for, is they wanted an attacker behind. They're trying to use her as much as they can when she's in the front row. That needs to be good passing to allow you to use that slide attack by the middles.
Wow. Leah Edmond dug by former teammate Morgan Hentz. Shot from the left by Parsons. Again, the vibe again. Leah Edmond from everywhere. That's long. No, they say the block touched it. And Omaha's incredulous. No Supernovas claiming they touched it, but maybe one of them did. Point Atlanta. No review request. 18-17 vibe. Parsons to tie it. It drops. 18-18. This one closer than newlyweds.
This is a tight set. I think both teams are in their rhythm right now. They're finding their rhythm. I think Omaha has let Atlanta come back into this by not continuing to serve tough like they were in the first 2 sets. But they can easily take control back if they start serving tougher and keeping Atlanta out of rhythm again.
Drama developing. Pia Timmer, 19-18 Atlanta.
And I think Leah Edmond's little argument with the official has kind of lit a fire under her. The last couple attacks she had out of the back row, there's a little something extra on those.
Kind of managers head out there and they're trying to get thrown out of games. Next thing you know, their team's hitting grand slams.
She is out here to prove something right now. She's got a little extra fire. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm taking advantage of that. I'm trying to get the ball to her when I can because I know she's got some extra spark.
Atlanta has no setter currently on the floor, so I get Rampelberg, the libero, is their setter. Want a big block. That's Iko Jones. She got a good touch. So here's Anna Dixon who's setting. And Edmond block back covered. Interesting lineup. And big swing by Edmond. They get a point with the big front row and no setter. Atlanta up by 2. And time for Omaha to talk it over with this interesting lineup out there for Atlanta. Atlanta within 5 to force it to a 5th set. Fans thought they might have been out of here about 20 minutes ago, but not so fast. 2018 vibe in the resumption of this rivalry. All time, each of these teams has won 4 sets. They're each 4-4. So without a setter out there, is the de facto setter then the libero?
It can be, but the libero is going to play a lot of first balls. Iko Jones on that last play of that rally delivered a really nice set, a clean hands contact set to Leah Edmond, who got the kill. So my guess is Iko Jones is probably the setter, depending on where the ball goes. But it typically turns into a wherever the ball is, whoever it's near, you're the setter. So step in and set.
And probably a slower offense.
It will definitely be a slower offense. Yes, they're not trying to run anything in speed right now. They're just trying to get their block out there and take some points away with a big block.
And the block's up and gets a good touch against Parsons. And here's a libero bumping it to Iko Jones, and she sails that one towards the Kansas border. 2019 Atlanta. When it's that long, I trust they're searching for hands and just missed them.
That's what I would assume as well. I think she was just trying to go high hands and catch fingers, and she missed.
Or they're trying to wake up some of these audience members in the front rows who are checking their phones.
I mean, they might be doing that too.
Gotta stay alert. Rampelberg over the net. Joust. Point Omaha. We're tied at 20. Sarah Parsons.
I love this play by Sarah Parsons. She sees the block right in front of her, goes around to find an open spot on the court. Again, such a high IQ volleyball play.
Timeout. Kayla Banworth and the Atlanta Vibe. Kayla on the left. She got a bronze medal in 2016 with the U.S. team in Rio. Former Mississippi head coach, and then fellow SEC head coach Laura Bird-Kuhn there on the right. She was at Texas A&M. In the middle for Atlanta is Bo Lawler. There's Kayla, former Husker. Started in 2007. Remember her first match in Ames, Iowa. She's a native of Dubuque. They pulled her out of mothballs. John Cook sent her in there. It was the late in the non-conference season. Huskers 2017 needed a shake-up, and she provided it. And the whole city of Dubuque was at that match in Ames. And afterwards, the bus didn't leave for like an hour and a half because she had to take photos with babies, sign a lot of autographs. Back row, kill by Anna Dixon, 21-20, Atlanta.
And Atlanta thus far in the season has struggled a little bit with their opposite position, trying to figure out what they're doing, whether it's with Iko Jones or Anna Dixon. I think tonight Anna Dixon has established herself fairly well. She's done a good job, had a lot of really nice looks on her attacks.
Here's Ellie McKissick, back up libero out of Florida, serving sub here. Pass by Parsons, a beauty, gets it back. Sarah Parsons, no. Now for a 2-point Atlanta lead, Leah Edmond. That's velocity, 22-20. Somebody get an ice pack ready for Leah Edmond. Timeout, Omaha. She's worth the price of admission all by herself. With Leah Edmond, you know you're going to get the velocity, but she's got so many shots as well. How tough is she to defend?
She's really tough to defend because she's such a good jumper with such a quick arm that she can get off the floor quickly, get to the ball fast, get up, and then turn it and play all these different shots that we've been talking about. She's been a great outside attacker for Atlanta. She sees the court well. She's attacking well.
Leah Edmond hitting 429. That's a big number, folks. 17 kills. That's a big number, especially when, remember, in the first set she had, 2 kills? So she has evolved. She's been like a fine wine tonight, improving with time.
Yes, she started out slow, didn't have a great first set, but she has stayed playing the gritty play that she knows how to do, stayed with it, and continued working to pull herself up out of there. And we're seeing the results now. She's playing well. She's had a good match overall tonight, even after a slow start.
Former Kentucky Wildcat. She set the stage for their national championship in 2020 soon after she left. And that's service air. That's a big break for Omaha. 22-21 Atlanta. Now a tied again. Sarah Parsons. High pass. Uh-oh, Edmond. This time, Sydney Hilly takes her. Brooke Nuneviller to tie it. Not yet. Merritt Beason winds up, loads, fires. Gets blocked. 23-21 Atlanta. Merritt taking a lot of fast swings into a lot of hands.
She is, and when these sets are inside, she does a good job of getting her feet there, but that's a tough ball for a right-handed player to get to and attack high. And a lot of these are the ones that when she's trying to get inside to the ball, she ends up pulling down, and that was another one. She pulls it down into the block, and that's not a ball that her team is ready to cover.
Merritt Beason now 16 kills, 6 errors. She had been 15 kills, 2 errors. And that block just wide. How did Morgan Hens know that was wide? That was a credit card wide. Huge decision to land it, and a wise decision.
So close and so brave. At this point in the match, to let a ball go that's that close, she had to be completely sure. So credit Morgan Hens for knowing exactly where that line was, knowing where she was on the court.
Nora assists to Brock in the front row. To Brock had the game-winning block against Columbus over the weekend. So she's not just an attacker. Looking for her first kill for the Supernovas. Tipped over, Nora assists to Brock. And that's a kill for Leah Edmond. And now Atlanta with 2 set-point chances in the fourth.
Omaha pulls to Brock in there, hoping for the bigger block, just like Atlanta did a minute ago, trying to get a bigger block. Atlanta sees it, they tip over, they end up scoring. So now Omaha's a little bit on the rocks right here.
Out of system. It's going to be Nuneviller trying to extend the rally. The Novas will get a swing. It's Nuneviller tipping it deep corner. There's Edmond for the set to send it to a fifth. Pia Timmer. Now Omaha to get within 1. Brooke Nuneviller. Block back. She's got to play it. It's just too close to the sideline. Probably going to be in. There's Sarah Parsons. Long. Point Atlanta. We're going to a 5th set. It was all Omaha. 25-23. 25-17, and that right there is the reason we're going to set number 5. Just, what, a penny diameter long? Set 5, we come back. We're not going to play 6.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building on to an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
Tale of 2 matches, Nancy Metcalf. The first 2 sets won by Omaha. The last 2, a much more efficient, offensively effective Atlanta Vibe team. How do you handicap this 5th set?
I think it has to come down to the serve and pass. I think that's what helped Omaha be successful early. The first 2 sets, they were serving tough. They were keeping Atlanta out of system and out of rhythm. That takes away from Atlanta's ability to run the super fast offense they're trying to do. The 3rd set, they let down in their serve. That allowed Atlanta to creep back into it. And we've seen Atlanta find their rhythm now on the attack, which comes from the passing success they've been seeing. Both teams are having a lot of serving errors right now, so I don't know that that's a difference one way or the other. But Omaha's got to find a way to serve tough and get Atlanta back on their heels again.
Layla Blackwell stays in there. No Janice Leao since set number 2, playing in the middle. So the former Husker and San Diego Torero, an Indiana Hoosier, Layla Blackwell, has gone in there since the beginning of set 4. Played it for 15. Parsons tipping, and Brooke Nuneviller digging. Merritt Beason's been a little quiet since her red-hot 10-kill set 2. Cross court, Leah Edmond in. 1-0, and Atlanta is confident.
Atlanta is definitely feeling it right now. They're in rhythm. They're feeling it. It's kind of like the heat check thing you talk about in basketball. Leah Edmond going for the sharp cross court, literally hitting the 10-foot line where it intersects with the sideline. That's a phenomenal shot for anybody to hit, but she is feeling comfortable and confident right now.
Layla Blackwell looking for her second kill now. And Anna Dixon gets blocked. Sarah Parsons, Layla Blackwell. We're tied at 1 in the 5th.
That's an extremely good blocking move by Sarah Parsons. We see here she just stays in place, gets over, and holds her ground. Anna Dixon brings the ball right into her.
Nice pass by the libero. There's Leah Edmond, and we're still playing. 1-1, set 5. Averi Carlson sets to the back. Here come the Novas. Brooke Nuneviller. That probably would have been long. Edmonds played every rally, and Omaha unable to get it over. 2-1 Atlanta.
Serving number 22, Corey Lewis.
Set number 5. First 5-set match for Omaha this year. Or Atlanta. There's a nice 2-shoot by Sydney Hilly. Why does that work sometimes, and a lot of the times it doesn't? The other team digs it.
Sometimes it can be predictable, but Sydney Hilly does such a good job of saving that she's showing it until very, very late. That ball, she's close on the net, so the 2-shoot doesn't have to cover a lot of distance, which means it's not in the air for very long. She's able to just pop it over and drop it in. All the movement created has the blocker's eyes watching attackers, trying to see where they're going. They're not paying as much attention to Sydney Hilly in that situation.
Inopportunely timed service error by Layla Blackwell. 3-2 in the 5th. Averi Carlson has set the 3rd, 4th, and now 5th sets. She won those 3rd and 4th sets setting for Atlanta. Raven Colvin gets in front of that Sarah Parsons attack. 4-2 Atlanta.
Raven Colvin doing what she's done all night. She's done such a nice job being a blocking force for Atlanta at the net. Able to get Parsons on the back row attack there.
Carlson again, her last stop in college was SMU. And Merritt Beason has really struggled since that 2nd set. 5-2 Atlanta. Merritt swings so hard that when she does get blocked and it comes back, it's a tough one to cover.
Yes, and right now Leah Edmond is doing a good job staying outside and then reaching over and in to let Merritt bring the ball back into her. Merritt's going to see more success if she turns that ball down the line, takes some heat off of it, but just turns it down the line and tools that outside hand of Leah Edmond, or cuts it sharp inside. But you can't cut straight ahead, just a little inside, because that's where Edmond is waiting.
It looks like they've really taken away line. They want her to go sharp right to left. That's a shot we've seen a couple times from Merritt tonight, but not very often. How does the strategy change in a set 5 when you're only playing to 15?
I don't think that strategy changes at all. I think as an attacker, you still have to see where the block is, see what's open, be able to see them while you're being ready to attack. So I don't think your attacking strategy changes at all. You still just have to play the same game.
This one closer than LA traffic. It's set 5, 5-2 Atlanta. Pass by Parsons. Nuneviller needs it. Doesn't get it. Middle back. Pia Timmer, 6-2 Atlanta, trying to steal this one and reverse sweep the host Supernovas.
Right now, Atlanta's seeing attacking execution from all 3 areas of the court. Right pin, left pin, and middle back. Because the speed of their offense is making that block shift positions sooner than they want to. Omaha's block has to do a little bit better job of seeing where the ball is and being patient to move where the set goes, not guessing and going early.
Pia Timmer from the back row lands that one just in, and it's 7-2.
And another really great shot. Pia Timmer this time from Atlanta, but another really great shot, literally tagging the end line. She's hitting it the very far edges of the court.
5 straight Atlanta points, and they're 8 away from stealing this one. Perfect pass. Nuneviller gets it back, fires off the block, and Atlanta slugs it back. Leah Edmond, no. Nuneviller full swing. Great diving dig by Pia Timmer. Oh, nice effort by libero Britt Rampelberg, the Belgian. 7-3
Really nice touches
Atlanta.
on both sides of the net there. Atlanta doing a nice job playing defense and popping the ball up, but not able to control it. I was most impressed with Parsons' dig on the Omaha side. Leah Edmond absolutely blasted that ball, and Parsons just sat there and popped it up. It was a fantastic defensive play.
Merritt Beason to the back row. She's had a little more success of late in the back row than in the front, so she can be lethal back there. They have 2 attackers in the back row, and if the setter attacks, as Sydney Hillier has 3 kills tonight, they got 5 weapons. Long shoot set, Raven Colvin. That's a fast set.
That's a really fast set. And Raven Colvin doing a great job being up early, ready to attack for her setter. Omaha's got to get a block.
8-3, we change sides. Come on back for the 5th.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Set 5, they're having fun in Omaha. Those kids have a late bedtime. But you got to love it. It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. No school tomorrow.
And this one very much undecided. 8-3 Atlanta. What does Omaha have to do right now?
They have to serve tough. They have to get Atlanta out of system because Atlanta, when they're passing well, is so fast on offense, and their hitters right now are being very efficient with their attacks. So Omaha's got to serve tough and keep Atlanta out of system. They've got to get their block over the net in front of attackers to take away something on the court. And then attacking-wise, Omaha's struggled lately to get points, and they just have to continue doing what they've done the whole match. They've got to find edges of the court. They've got to find attackers' hands and arms, find ways to tool the block, that kind of stuff.
Very little working for Omaha's offense suddenly. 9-3 as Getzinger gets blocked. Atlanta, 6 to go, and Omaha takes a timeout. Omaha back at it on Sunday, 3 o'clock against the reigning champion Orlando Valkyries. Atlanta last year, 19-9, but they lost in the semifinals to Orlando. Atlanta has the most wins in the league in the first 2 years, but no titles to show for it. Omaha won the inaugural title in 2024. Last year, they went 21-7, losing to Indianapolis in the semifinal after being up 2-1, losing that one 3-2. A lot of people thought it was going to be these 2 teams, Atlanta and Omaha, in the championship last year. Instead, it was Indy and Orlando. Morgan Hens, nice pass. The slide, Elise Getzinger. Off the block into the antenna, point Omaha. That's one. Averi Carlson feeds left. Pia Timmer, block back covered. Pia Timmer loads, fires, kills. 10-4 Atlanta. 5 to go.
That's a really smart shot by Pia Timmer. That first set, they're running that zero tempo we talked about. It was too fast for her. She couldn't get a swing, but she very smartly played it off the block, let her team cover, replay again. The second ball she got back was higher tempo, and she goes up and slaps it off the outside of the block.
Boy, their 2 outsides are rocks, Leah Edmond and Pia Timmer. They're going to play every rally all year if they stay healthy. They do it all. They pass well. Certainly their foremost attackers in white tonight. The slide, Getzinger, another slide. Is that getting predictable? They keep going to the well on that one.
I think it is, and right now that outside blocker doesn't have anyone else to worry about, so they're going with Getzinger, and they're just waiting for her there. That's a tough ball to turn if it's not a perfect set for Getzinger.
Here's Ellie McKissick. Engaged to a Kansas City Royal. Here comes the serve. The slide, Getzinger again, and she sneaks it through.
This ball's further off the net. It gives Getzinger that angle. She finds the seam between blockers. That set is much better for her and gives her something to work with.
So Layla Blackwell comes into the front row. Now is the time if there will be a comeback. Elise Getzinger. Timmer, nice pass. Set to the middle. Corey Lewis. That was too easy. 12-5.
That looked really quick and really smooth. You see this connection. It's just a really fast set. Corey Lewis up there just pops the ball. She doesn't even have to swing her arm all the way through. Just pops on it, and it's so quick it gets through.
Maddie Walk, the great A&M Aggie, near ace. Leah Edmond and point. Omaha, she stepped on the 3-meter line, and it's 12-6, Atlanta.
And after a great chase by Sydney Hilly, she came right over by us chasing down that ball. Leah Edmond just on the line, point for Supernovas.
Just over the net. Anna Dixon, the chase is on. And a tip by Sarah Parsons does not surpass the top of the net, 13-6.
That's a tough ball. That was a really nice dig, just popping it up, getting it somewhere that someone can play it. But on the second ball out of system set, bump set from deep in the court, Parsons not able to get her feet to the ball. Because of that, she can't get enough push behind it to get it over the net.
Pia Timmer and the Vibe 2 away. Quick attack, Layla Blackwell. Two-handed. Leah Edmond completely surprises Omaha, and I think Omaha wanted a double touch. If the ball can spin as long as your teammate is the next one to contact, it goes over the net, they're going to be a little pickier about it, but now we're at match point. Blackwell still can't buy a kill. That's a great second contact by the libero. Brooke Nuneviller needs it, gets blocked, match is over. 15-6, Atlanta in the fifth as the Vibe reverse sweep the Omaha Supernovas and sends about 10,000 fans home disappointed. Atlanta rises to 2-1. Omaha drops to 2-1, and for the moment, Orlando alone at the top at 2-0. Come back for the postgame.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Health Services. We're ready when you are. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today.
Tough one for the Omaha Supernovas tonight, winning the first two sets 25-23 and 25-17, and then dropping the third 25-20, the fourth 25-22, and then set 5 15-6. Let's say hello to the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas, Lucas Labe. And coach, what happened after set 2 to you guys?
Yeah, we were not able to respond. We played pretty well first 2 sets. They also missed quite a bit offensively from the serve line, and once they started serving tougher, life was much easier for them, and we were not able to turn the tables in any part of the game. They outplayed us a little bit in a couple sets.
How big was their passing and staying in system after set 2?
Yeah, with that offense, with these attackers they have, if they're in system, they're really hard to defend. And our serve didn't do enough. And when we had a chance, when we had them where we need them, then we just couldn't convert. Our block defense was not as crisp as we would like, and yeah.
What was working really well in the first 2 sets?
Well, like I said, we passed pretty well. We served tough. Our serve was kind of going from very tough to not so tough. And first set, maybe offensively, we're not where we wanted to be. It was none of the teams were really good offensively. But then in second set, we hit like 400 or something. And it's really easy to play volleyball when you have offense like that.
What was your messaging to the team before the 5th set? What were you telling your team we need to do in the 5th set? What did they want to focus on?
We got to serve tougher because set 3 and 4, that was not the case. We got to get our middle of the court going because they were really ganging up on our pin attackers. Like there was always 2 blockers there, so we got to establish middle of the court somehow. Those were 2 most important messages.
Coach, what was your message to the team right after the match? What will your message be when you talk to them perhaps after this conversation?
No, I never go to the locker room. Never in my career I went to the locker room because after a win or a loss, you should keep it the same. At loss, you can say something that you regret. They know what needs to be done. I just told them at some point we knew that's going to happen. We were up to 0. We didn't take care of business, and get some rest. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much for having me.
He's the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas. All right, Nancy Metcalf, final thoughts?
I agree with Coach LeBay. I think Omaha started out really strong. I thought they served well, and that took Atlanta out of their offensive rhythm that they wanted to be in. When Omaha's serve dropped off, it started getting easier. Atlanta started passing well. And credit to Atlanta, because they could have folded and just called it a night. They continued pushing and fighting. But they continued pushing and fighting. They started passing better, and all of a sudden their offensive speed became too much for Omaha's block. And then Omaha started struggling offensively because they were not passing as well.
And as the coach, you could tell it was just frustrating. What do you do? And just Omaha just had lost all the momentum. The offense wasn't working well. They were suddenly out of system. Now Atlanta was in system, and it's an absolute game of momentum. Tonight exemplified that.
It did, and I think that's something that's true about volleyball in general, and it's always frustrating to lose, but something Coach LeBay has always mentioned is that they're working on improving the technical aspects of each player's game, and he said that might not show right now, because anytime you try to change something, it might get harder before it gets easier. And so I know that he's focused on how good can we be in April, not how good can we be right now. Yes, they want to win, but he's looking long-term as well, so I know that he knows they're working on certain things and they're trying to improve all-around game for all their players, and that will pay off in the long run.
So Omaha drops this one, a heartbreaker, winning the first 2 sets, dropping the final 3. It's early. 2-1 in this early season. Credit Atlanta, now 2-1 this early season. For my broadcast partner, Nancy Metcalf, for our producer extraordinaire tonight, Mr. Brad Pace. For our entire NCN crew, I'm John Baylor. Good night, Nebraska.